sweep. Line's good. Line's good. I think edge is fine. Can you?
Sorry about that.
Well, I just
Tell me to put these down.
or put it like. Line's good.
Better.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah. Edge. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
Alrighty.
Ah. Woo. Sorry. I just about. You just about wore me. Yeah. You know what?
Nice.
Yeah, I want to warm up too. I want to sweep a few hog line in, but I can't. Like I.
It's easy when there's no stress.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes it helps when there's stress. Good curling. Good curling.
Good curling.
Good curling.
Good curling.
Good curling. All right. Put the center up and have fun. Yeah, totally.
Just show to the rings. We own this part of the. That was pretty funny, actually.
That was funny. Oh, and there it is. Okay.
Okay.
Nice simple end to start.
Good afternoon. Welcome here inside the Abbotsford Curling Club. It's the women's semifinal here at the Driving Force Cashspiel. Jordan Kiss with you alongside Shauna Jensen for this one.
Hi, everyone. How's it going? Guess you can't answer me, but hey.
Shauna, your debut in the commentary booth
know.
here.
Scary.
And Team Richards will have the hammer to start us off here, as it'll be the Team Ebby lead. Allison Bourne from here in Abbotsford filling in on this team. The front end for Team Ebby here are spares.
Got a curl.
It's worked out well for them as they are in the semifinal. super spare Megan Daniels as well, sparing at the King Cash not too long ago, and eventually their team won it.
Yeah, I guess she's hoping to do the same thing here maybe again.
So that rock will come just short of the rings. And it'll be Team Richards now. Michelle Kalecki. So going to throw the corner guard here. Team Richards defeating Team Daniels in the quarterfinal earlier. Brett Richards drawing to the side of the button for the win.
Back here if you can.
And Team Ebby, sorry to mention this, Shauna,
Hey,
but defeated you in the quarterfinal in an extra end.
Nice.
She made a nice shot to the button as well. So, I mean, it is what it is. And, you know, they're pushing in. Like, they started out late, maybe the weekend not great, but if you bring it on Sunday, that's when it matters. So good on them, and hopefully they can keep it going.
So Team Richards plays to the wings on their first, and Team Ebby gonna play around.
Whoa.
8 teams on the women's side here.
Whoa, let it curl. Yep.
3 games in the round robin, and then
line for tap.
they all qualified for the playoffs.
Yep.
So the round robin was more like a seeding pool, as Team Ebby went 0-3 in the round robin, but again got their first win in the quarters to get them here in the semis. Team Richards went 1-2. Now these teams did meet last night, and Richards did come out on top 8-6.
All the way, right to it, right to it. Hard, 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 hard.
As this one just nicks and goes right by, but does open it up. It's also, this is the 3rd meeting between these two skips here this season. Of course, as mentioned earlier, Richards defeated Ebby last night here, and they met last weekend in Vernon. That was one of our featured games where Morgan Ebby again drew to the side of the button in the 8th end to defeat Team Richards.
So it should be a really close game.
It should be. Both games they've met this season have been 8-6.
Clean.
And it's Megan Daniels.
It's good. Clean. Nice.
Hit that one on the nose. Now, Shauna, you've been playing here this weekend. What has the ice been like out there?
It's been really quick for the most part. I think a lot of our draws, we were looking at about 15 seconds
let's try that.
from hog to hog.
10.
And it was curling in really nice too. There's some spots where they really go, and there's other spots where they just really run and are weight sensitive. So you just got to be really careful of that, and just knowing as well your teammates the way they throw as well, because that makes a huge difference. You can't go off of any of our opponents. So yeah, definitely a lot of communication out there needed in order to find the spots and just to play our best game out there.
Lovely shot there by Steph Bear. Hit and roll.
Almost fully buried. Probably.
Looks like it just, it's buried enough from the hack. So all you can do right now if your Team Ebby is play the run back. This is the 3rd event on the BC Women's Curling Tour, presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance and Best Western, the official hotel at Curl BC, and this one's really tight.
Really curling.
I know, hit off the guard and hit the one in the house.
At least she stayed around, so that's a good thing. And she can at least now see the other yellow. So having a clear first end's not bad.
Mostly, but it does leave a chance here for Team Richards to sit 2. Of course, these skips are mic'd up. As Steph will hit, and she will roll. Out of the back of the 8-foot.
Control.
Could play a double here for Team Ebby, but they're going to look to just a hit and roll on top, Shauna.
Yeah, I think so. Just try and keep as many rocks in play. I think that attempting the double might roll out, but I mean, it's still pretty close. So yeah, I think just hit and roll here, make their next shot harder. That's the key.
So Randy Ledwar, the third for Team Ebby.
It's close. Got her on and off.
No hit and a
That's pretty good.
great shot. Great line call by Morgan, sitting right in front. The Team Richards looking to hit and roll right back.
Just avoid the jam at the back, a little off the nose on the left side there.
Blaine DeJager, the third for Team Richards. Wayne and Britt won a BC Scotties Championship playing with Marla Mallet and Shannon Jonice a few years ago.
Well done.
Nice hit and roll. Almost puts it back in the same spot as it was before.
Same thing.
And it looks like they're just going to play the exact same thing over again as well.
One more time for Randy Ledwar.
Whoa! Megan!
He's got a little more weight, says Megan.
Yeah.
And we'll roll a little further out. Now we'll sit for a second shot here. Now you are for sitting one for Team Richards, so you could hit her. You could also play the freeze in this situation.
Going for the freeze here is pretty good because it is behind the tee line. So at least if she does, she can get kind of in front of it. It makes Ebby's next shot really difficult. So I like the
Don't even have to be to it. You could just be tee line. But you know, second shot is the goal to get out of this.
No backing.
Some people might elect for the hit only because it is the first end, but if you're comfortable with draw weight, I always kind of want to play the draw. And this looks pretty good.
Weight's nice. They will sit there for shot sitting two now. Now there's no double.
No, that double is not there.
14-5. Control.
And it's very difficult to hit and roll as well as you would jam for sure.
So assume for Team Abby just kind of hit and stick it here.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I guess, yeah, I think first end you want to just kind of minimize the amount of scoring that the other team's going to have. Later ends you might choose to freeze, but yeah, I think the hit first.
Now freeze is on the rock that Team Richard just threw as an option, but again, first end, just limit the damage. Right now for Team Abby, you're going to give Team Richards 2 here, and you're fine with that.
Yeah, it's not bad giving up 2 in the first end. Still lots of game left to play.
So now we're going to skip rocks here in end number 1, women's semifinal. Morgan Abbey getting set in the hack. Had a 3-2 record last weekend in Vernon. Just missed the playoffs.
Close.
Mine looks close.
Really hard. Right to it.
And we'll sit there, roll a little bit towards center.
Sitting shot.
That's what she needs to do. Now for Brett, just hit and sit right on top of it. Don't want to roll out here or else your 2 is pretty much gone. second event on the year for Team Richards. Again, finished 3-2 last week in Vernon. Just missing the playoffs. They did have a big win over Chelsea Carey, 8-3 in the draw number 1.
This one looks to be a little outside. They've got Rochelle on it to try and curl it.
This is way out there. I know.
Gets a piece,
That wasn't the plan.
which is good.
They said that wasn't the plan, and always a joy having these skips mic'd up. Get a chance to show off some of their personality here. But a chance for Team Ebby to hit this yellow one out. And hopefully force to 1. I assume, no matter where you roll here, Shauna, I think the blank will still be available for Brett.
Yeah, I think so. It'll be a tough double for the blank, but it'll be there for sure.
We were yellow. I thought we were red. No, that's good. Just control. Just get rid of it.
So they're just saying, Morgan to your team is like, just get rid of it. If you can sit in the house, that's good. But and as long as you get rid of the yellow one, worst case scenario is you give up the blank here or force to 1.
Force to 1 would be nice.
Close. Yep. Yep.
On it out of her hand. Really curling.
And she will hit, and the yellow one, Randy's trying to get it out. And it'll just
Not
hang
far
on, you know. Tough break there for Team Ebby early on. It'll be a hit for 2 for
Guys, I like it.
Team Richards.
That's
So
half.
it needs to hit and stick.
Just a little further over than her last one, so the path should be pretty, she should know the path pretty good here.
You guys good with the out again?
Team Richard finishing 3rd at the BC Scotties last year, losing to Corinne Brown in the semifinal.
Yeah.
Looking to improve upon that this year. Of course, it's a BC Curling Tour event, so points are up for grabs. Which means is it the top team, I believe. You should know this, Shauna. You're playing on the tour.
Points. To be completely honest.
I think it's the top 1 or top 2 teams. I should really know this. I've been commentating for 4 weeks here. But you know, if you're one of the top teams on the BC Curling Tour, you will receive an automatic spot in provincials.
Oh, that's it. Yes. That,
Yeah.
yeah.
And the provincial will be in Cranbrook, and the hit for 2 is made, and Team Richards will take a 2-0 lead here early on in Abbotsford. And number 2 coming right up.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.
As ugly as the first sentence you'll see. Rebox line calls. Steak and drinking wine again.
Back here inside the Abbotsford Curling Club at number 2 between Team Richards and Team Ebby. Score of 2 for Team Richards and end number 1. Women's semifinal. Jordan Kiss and Shauna Jensen here with you.
That was a good start, I think, for both teams for the most part.
And if you do, have the hammer in end number 1, your goal is usually to score 2.
this looks like it's gonna be a little bit more of an aggressive end by both teams. Got a center guard up, and we're seeing a corner going up as well.
Yep, so it's be a corner guard for Team Ebby here. Now, would you consider maybe drawing around the center guard, Shauna?
Yeah, I mean, our team would tend to draw around the center
Line's
because it's
good.
still early, but I think Morgane really does want to go for her two here.
Line's
so throwing
good.
up a corner does make that a little bit easier for her. So she
Wait,
can
Oni.
try and bring the play to her wings.
A lot of shit to put back in the
hopefully
right
get her
spot.
juice that way. Try and drag things away from the
Had
center.
to take my mic
because
out,
otherwise they
turn
might
it
get a little
off
junky.
All right, good.
What'd you take?
So the corner guard is thrown by Allison, and Team Richards will play the come around. Semi-final Sunday here in Abbotsford. Over on sheet 2, other women's semi-final. It's Team Brown versus Team Wark.
Okay, line's good.
Corinne Brown scored a 2-ender in 1 to take the early lead.
Room. Line's good. Switch. Oh, is it heavy?
And over on
Can we tuck a piece?
sheet 4,
No, it's okay. It's good enough.
Montgomery got one against Giel there.
men's semi-final. And on sheet 5, Dan Wenzik defeating Team Matsumura.
Well, not quite defeating. They're up 2.
Marcio. Sounds really echoey.
Close for line, yep. Hard line. Really hard line. Whoa.
We're going to play the come around draw here.
Curl. Okay, that's okay.
And they will rack.
Still a corner guard up though, so still some opportunity here as well for both teams. Try and get another one under here. We're getting Steph to draw around the center guard. Try and leave it a little
Line's
higher.
good. Line's good.
Top 4, top 8 would be really nice here.
Line's good. Yeah, line. Little bit for line, yep.
Trying to come around their own rock here.
Hard.
Really going hard at that guard. Just hits it.
What's
Dives and next to the guard, but knocks it in as well. So sitting 3 here without the hammer early on in number 2.
Normal.
And they're trying to clear the front here.
Try and roll in. Maybe give you something later that can score an extra point if they can clear those other yellows out.
Close.
So hopefully the shot just open the 4-foot here for Team Ebby.
Yeah, hard. Hard.
Maybe get the one on the 4-foot with this one. So it's
Roll
gonna
it.
be close. They're gonna get the one. They'll make contact with the one on the 4, and they'll roll behind.
Great shot.
Well, looks like she rolled on too. So that's
Yeah, it looks like it's a biter. So it's a double corner guard.
and
That's
makes the
on.
double.
Sweet
So
Pally.
it's pretty good.
it's on?
So Brett's saying it is
That's
on.
okay.
So they're gonna play the come around. You can peel now, Shauna. I wouldn't, because there's 2 corner guards there. Would you maybe consider taking the top one off?
Yeah, definitely. It is a dangerous rock for Richard at the moment because Ebby, if they can get anything buried underneath there, they're going to be chasing for the rest of this game. But they're choosing to use it and maybe beat them there, and then try and flip the table a little bit here.
So they're gonna play the come around draw here.
It's got a curl and die.
Looks to be a little
Sit down,
heavy.
baby.
And it's gonna slide to the back of the house. And
Nope,
it's
not
all the
quite
way
in.
out. Yeah, it's all the way out now. So
There's-
advantage now for Team Ebby. Play the come around.
We want this to be probably top 8, top 4, but completely buried underneath.
I think you like to be kind of like over the VI here in the
Line's good.
driving force logo.
Yeah, that would be pretty good.
Wait only.
And you don't have to be completely buried, I guess. If you are sticking out a little bit, it's not bad. Because you
Line's
know that the
good.
next shot they're going to probably play is a freeze. Cut down the scoring
if
area.
you have to.
Do that.
Good throw. I wonder if that was your hand. Yeah.
I don't mind trying to move it. You like that? Or do you want to just go right to it?
So as that rock from Team Abby and Megan Daniels comes to the back of the 8 foot, looks like they're going to play a tap on it.
Signaling for hack weight here.
Blaine DeJager. Let's tap this red one out. Sit three,
Really
sit
hard.
2, excuse me.
They're on it
Really
pretty quick out of her hand here.
Hard! Hard! Hard, okay.
And this will hit the guard and roll in, and we'll stay in the house though. But does leave Team Abby sitting the 1.
Or we
Doesn't
could
leave
do that.
move the corner guard out of the way, so they might have a shot at it on their next one.
Control.
So to be a long hit and roll here. Off the yellow and behind their red. That's just biting the 12 foot.
Yep.
Could have elected to draw again,
Hard.
but those yellow rocks do kind of look a little scary at the top of the house.
Whoa.
They're easily advanceable,
Yep.
and
Whoa.
probably worried that come into play.
It's important to stick on this one. It will roll out.
Yeah, just outside the rings there now.
Looks like Blaine should be able to see at least half of this one here. So you can play the same shot. Even freeze is an option.
You want to go here?
But they want to bring play towards the middle. Keep it away from the corner.
Huh? Okay.
They're just discussing how much weight they want to throw at this right now.
Yep. Clean. 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 Yep. Yep.
So they're on it now.
Hard.
Moving a lot off the wings. So you're going to get by the
Hard for
red
roll,
one.
Hard for the roll.
Sweet.
Okay.
Is it by the back one?
Okay.
No.
Will, yeah,
No,
will,
go for it.
will jam, but still sitting the
12 on
one.
that one. I missed the first one. Or.
Team Abby going to elect to play freeze. They could play the open hit and roll here. What would you do, Shauna?
Sorry. I wanted to keep it higher to avoid that jam.
It's a tough one. I kind of like the freeze only because
Sitting or
it is your
hitting?
thirds last.
So I think we can.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I think the freeze is the right
This
call
one?
here. I mean, you can move it
Oh,
too.
no.
I'm not sure if you're going to be able to bring that back one into
I think
play,
we really need to believe what we're seeing.
especially since that the yellow is in the top 12 there, is outscoring it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
just a
let's get right out
draw
to
here
the
is good.
room and throw them like we mean them, right? For now.
So say, red was second shot here. Would you maybe consider now playing the hit and roll just to split them up a bit?
Should just stayed on it.
I think, yeah, if red was second
Yeah,
shot, you
as soon as it
might
gets anywhere close to the
consider
line,
hitting
just,
it.
Like, stay on it.
try and bring the rock into play.
Mine's good.
But with her sitting third shot, I don't think it's worth it. You kind of want to just make sure you can get your 2 here.
Megan, go.
So sweeping this one a curl. Looks,
I think they asked for a little bit more weight.
yeah, I think they're playing the hit and roll now. And they
Well, they
will
need this to
hit it, but
stay.
they won't hit
Good
far
call,
enough.
Gus. You are like on it. You are all over
Yellow's
the house
still
this
sitting
weekend.
2.
It's something else, yeah. Well, we go this way then? Or,
So Team Richards going to look to play maybe the open
first
side
shot,
here
though.
and
Could be,
avoid,
right?
again, going around that corner.
I mean, I guess we could hit and roll it on, but that seems kind of crazy, doesn't it?
sitting or hitting.
two?
Again, didn't like that. Yeah.
So they're going to draw to the right side here.
Mm-hmm.
No need to bring that corner guard into play right now. If you draw out of the open here, you're going to... Regain's probably going to hit it.
Yeah, likely she'll walk up and try and, like, when you see 3 rocks in the house, it usually gets a little scary.
Oh, you do have the hammer, so if this goes, in the middle of the 8-foot, you still might see Team Ebby draw around their corner and try to score their 2 here.
Yeah, that's true. Depends on how aggressive she wants to be or how comfortable she's feeling with her draw weight.
Okay. I'd like to, just for line, if we can keep it sort of we can hang it on the piece of the 4-foot, so if she does play that come around, she's not shot. Maybe a smidge more.
So as you hear Brett there just saying that she just wants to bite the 4 a little bit.
Practice.
So we're on the skip rocks here in end number 2.
Line's okay.
Maybe.
Weight looks close.
Sweeper's just going to clean it in here. And
It's pretty close to where she put her broom down.
yep, right on the tee line. And see maybe a couple roll options.
Yeah, I think so.
Now you do roll behind your corner guard. You do leave Team Richards with a freeze.
That is true.
14-8. No problem. It only curled 3 feet.
And I was straight. It was all time was straight, right? Last game?
Yeah, by the
Morgan
end.
Roll
Ebby
to
will
that side.
head down and throw her first rock here in end number 2.
While it's important to get the roll, the main thing here is you definitely just want to stick around.
You know it.
We've had a couple of rocks where they're just rolling out, and it's making it a lot more difficult to score your 2 that way.
I mean, I guess if you try and come around and chip and roll, it's not really a roll, but why? You come deep, you give her help.
Yep.
On and off of it.
Hard roll, any roll. Hard.
We'll come to the nose a bit. Just cover the button a little more, but an open hit here for Team Richards.
Good sweep, guys.
This was pretty straight going that way. It is my intern.
No, again, shot here just to
Like that. Yep.
get rid of this red one. Then you're going to force the draw for 1. Where you kind of just roll the wing here, Sean, and force Team Ebby to play the draw.
Yeah, I can roll it a little bit. I still feel like Morgan will come up and just hit it, no matter where it rolls.
Try and roll it your way, Steph.
Yeah, Morgan hasn't thrown a draw yet in this game in her 3 shots.
Make contact
you're
with
like,
something.
oh, we're fine, but then as soon as
Yeah,
we're off, they
unsure of how
can't.
she felt in practice. So
Yeah, it is tricky.
it's most likely she'll just be hitting just because that she is more comfortable with that at this early stage in the game.
Oh. Yep.
So on it the whole way here and trying for a little roll.
I got a little one.
Yeah, a little one, but sitting the 4-foot, sitting 3 here.
Button's still available.
Also not my favorite throw.
Yeah, Morgan just got to hit and stick in the 8-foot for her 1.
Good result. Questionable toss. Ooh, I slid really tight there.
Control.
So last rock here. And number 2, it's a hit against 3 for Team Ebby.
looks a little wider than her last one. I got Megan on it to try and get it to curl.
It's got to do a lot of curling at the end, and it'll curl just enough to score her single there on the 8-foot. So through 2 ends here in the women's semifinal, Team Richards has a 2-1 lead over Team Ebby. Back inside the Abbotsford Curling Club, Jordan Kiss and Shauna Jensen with the women's semifinal. Score of 1 for Team Ebby in end number 3. They'll trail by 1 without the hammer here.
That's good.
Oh, no, I said they scored in end number 3. We're in end number
We're in
3. They
end
scored in
number
end number 2. But it is part of the BC Women's Curling Tour presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance, where Curl BC members can benefit from a discount on car, home, condo, and tenant insurance on top of any other savings, discounts, and benefits you are already eligible for. So you can go to their website, check them out. I did it myself. You're going to save a ton of money with Bel Air Direct. So when you do call Bel Air Direct, mention to them that you are a Curl BC member, and you can receive an exclusive premium. We'd also like to thank Via Sport and the government of BC for supporting all events on the BC Curling Tours this year through Hosting BC, and thanks to them for helping make this stream possible.
It's awesome that we've actually got the stream going this year. It's super exciting.
Being able to showcase the best curlers here in BC. 4th event we have done. I'm having the pleasure to travel as well. We're in Vernon last weekend. We'll be back in Vernon next weekend for the Rick Cotter Memorial Junior Spiel.
I think tomorrow we're also going to be in Maple Ridge to watch the semi-final and final for the junior tour or event that's there as well.
Yes, that is correct. We will be in Maple Ridge tomorrow. It's the second event on the BC Junior Tour, so they'll have the semifinals and the finals will be broadcasted here on Curl BC's YouTube page tomorrow. First game will be at 9 o'clock. Still not too sure if that's going to be men's or women's yet. And then the final, I believe, is at noon.
Lots of curling on a long weekend.
Lots of curling. Lower Mainland, the place to be here on this Thanksgiving long weekend. If you are a curling fan, thank you for joining us here on your Sunday afternoon. Hopefully you're watching this with your entire family.
Yep, a little bit. No. She's okay. Just clean it in. Yep, good. 9-2.
There's an open end here early on. Update on the other games over on sheet 2. Team Wart got 1 in the second end. They now trail Team Brown 2-1. Sheet 3, Team Montgomery holds a 3-0 lead over Sean Giel as they play the third end. And over on sheet number 5, they haven't updated the score on the second end yet as they play 3. But after one end, it was 2-0 for Team Wenzek over Team Matsumara, who defeated Team Cotter in a tiebreaker this morning.
Are you shocked? It always is.
Men went
Wanna go
hard
corner?
for all the tiebreakers last night. There were some teams playing at like 1 in the morning.
Right.
I think, Richard and Cotter had a tiebreaker late last night.
It's a long day.
So an open house here to draw 2 for Steph. I'll just put it in the house.
Stay on this one.
That's goal number 1.
Yeah, just Megan rolled out on her first. So it just gives Richard the team gives Richard the opportunity to choose where they want to put this rock.
Same thing.
So another open hit here for Megan Daniels. Gonna play inside out here.
Close, yep. Yeah, hard. Right to it, guys.
Megan with a perfect hit will roll towards the 4-foot. No Steph with the road, who finished off the second rocks here in the third end.
Lean. Yep. 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 Lean. Lean.
Another hit and stick on the nose there.
Control.
Of course, this event is also part of the
Close.
World Curling
No.
Tour.
Whoa.
Interesting weekend of our curling tour over in Manitoba.
Oh gosh, yeah.
The Canadians
Hard
Men's
alley.
Classic.
No?
In Portage, they had some power troubles. They're out of power for about a day and a half over
It's
there.
like I think 28 hours. I think is
Yeah.
what.
And they had to cancel the event because the ice started to melt because they had no power.
Yeah, not great.
No, they had a lot of good teams in that one. You know, Gucci was there, Tyler Tardy was there as well, Team Cooey. There's another big event going on right now in Calgary. It's the Curler's Corner Autumn Gold Curling Classic. That's a tongue twister. Or
For you.
what is it when there's a bunch of names, same letters? Is it onomatopoeia or something like that?
Yep.
Yeah, you're a teacher. You should know
Yeah, I
this.
should know this. Not an English teacher, but yes.
Right, so that's going on right now, and there is a BC team in there, Team Hedema. They're currently in the C event right now. They're playing Daniela Jentz in Germany. She's tied 2-2 in the 6th end.
Control.
We had another rollout there on Randy's first, and Richards was able to draw again, but they're sitting back 12. So we're going to have another hit.
Whoa. Megan.
So Megan trying to make this one curl.
Trying.
And they'll hit it, but not enough.
Opportunity here. Team Richards.
Sweat the house, set up your 2. Kind of similar to what happened in the first end. So we're now on thirds last.
Now I forget who it was earlier. Whoever that was earlier.
Put it in the paint here.
No.
A-line's fine. 5's okay. Just touch paint.
Of course, the next event on the BC Men's and Women's Tour will be in
Just touch paint.
Kamloops
This
in
is fine too.
2 weeks. The Crown of Curling.
Yeah, that's fine.
We still have a semifinal and a final to play here in Abbotsford. It's the Driving Force
Give her a go.
Abbotsford Cashspiel.
Nice draw there, my boys.
Normal. Heel.
It's the women's semifinal. Jordan Kist and Shauna Jensen with you. Now, there is a double there for Team Ebby. I think it's worth playing it.
Yeah, you could attempt it.
As long as you get 1 out.
You
right?
want to get 1 out, and you do want to make sure you keep your shooter in the house. You want to try and roll it as close as you can, just so that it forces them to go after it. Right? Don't want to be giving your opponent the opportunity to just play whatever they want. You want to force them to make something a little bit more difficult. So double here would be really nice, but also a hit and roll to sit pretty close to on top of it would be also really good as well.
skip rocks here in 3.
We played on the sheet last night, right? I don't remember talking about your rock pot.
Yep.
Yeah, we played those guys in
Hard!
remember?
Hard, really hard.
This is close.
Now hits, and they hit too much. Where's they're gonna stop? Great
really good
try there
try.
by Morgaine.
Let's try and go back
So
here,
close.
I guess.
Almost just had to keep it
No,
straight
not
a
at
little
all. I just,
longer.
like,
Or even if it curls a little
I think
more.
maybe curl a little bit more, actually.
Well, like if you keep it a little straighter, you go right into it,
so
probably
all the
make a
way back
double.
or a
And if
steeper
you let it
angle, I
curl a
guess?
little more, you're sitting right on top of it. So kind of caught right in between there.
And it's such a fine line there between being one or the other. So really good call by Randy there to even get this. That was quite the long
Okay.
roll, so still really good attempt.
I'd like to do it all the way back, like back 8, just to kind of cut down that angle.
Yep, so as you can hear
I like 14.
Brett saying just back 8 here, just
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
make the hit and roll as flat as possible.
Go.
At least be second shot. Needs full 12 to do that.
And for the sweepers, they just saw this path as well. So managing this rock should be very similar to with lanes.
Have a look.
We're on it out of her hand, but they are off of it now. Just kind of cleaning, watching, seeing where this will finish.
And that's got to sit down, and it will slide out. So chance for Team Ebby here to
Normal.
Okay.
eliminate
guess
this
we could
yellow
sit
stone
there.
and sit 2.
No, normal. Just get rid of
I
it.
think Ebby's totally okay with having them blank here as well. So they don't happen to stick
That was
around.
gonna be close.
Not the end of the world.
Yeah, goal here, just remove the yellow.
Well, I just want to make sure I make it go away.
That's what she's saying right now. Just want to make sure it goes.
Okay.
Because you would have 15-3 the top house and stuff the whole way. I guess, yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
As long as you hit it, great. If you can stick in the rings after this, even better.
Make it
Control,
really
so we can
difficult.
try to stick around.
Richards might be forced to 1.
Yeah, if she can just roll a little bit. I think if she hits it on the nose, I don't think she can hit it on the nose because it's the yellow's a little
Do you
bit
like
behind
me
the
to,
red
like,
one.
pull?
Yeah,
Board or
I think
something?
you're going to see a little bit of a roll here. It's just whether or not it stays in play.
Okay, let's do that.
She does have a
You're a
decent
smart
amount of
cookie.
house to roll.
Yeah. Yeah.
If given more ice, they may have chosen to take throw a little less weight at this.
Yeah, I just can't look.
I think from this end, from
Just won't look.
the other end of the sheet, you can tell that
Is it over?
yellow rock. You can
Is it
see,
overhand?
most of it, but part of it is just tucked behind that red one. So last rock from Morgaine Ebby here in the third end.
Whoa!
Still going to curl ways here.
Oh, maybe they didn't need that extra ice. Oh, and they missed again. Same thing happened in the first end. Had an opportunity
Good
to
sweep.
hit and forced one maybe blank, and she jammed, and Team Richards got 2 and just flashed
I
that
just
hit
thought it would
there.
go more.
Yeah, so draw a full 12 here for Brett Richards. Threw it through on her last one, but looking to make up for it here and take a 3-point lead.
Yeah.
I honestly
similar?
thought it would curl.
Okay.
I did not disagree with sweeping a bit.
That's the final stone here in end number 3. Draw for 2 for Brett Richards.
Mine's fine.
Oh, it's fine.
They're just cleaning right now, so I think it looks pretty
fine.
close.
It's fine.
Looks good.
I know. Put it right on the button there. A score of 2 for Team Richards here in the third end. They'll take the 4-1 lead. Head into the fourth. We'll have that for you right after this.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight. You gotta see this. Look. 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 Look.
Shh. I'm saving money.
Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Bel Air Direct.
Let's go in. Make it a chance to cap it anyways.
Score of 2 for Team Richards in the third end to take a 4-1 lead in the women's semifinal of the Driving Force Abbotsford Cashspiel. Jordan Kiss and Shauna Jensen with you for this one. Part of the BC Women's Curling Tour presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance and Best Western, the official hotel of Curl
Is that
BC.
what you wanted? Okay.
We'll have to give a shout out to the Abbotsford Curling Club as well for being great hosts here this weekend. Ken Bird, doing the ice manager, organizer, as well as all the volunteers in the kitchen. 50 sales up in the bar, doing the ice.
Yeah, they've done a really good job, especially with the ice here, and the kitchen staff is always super friendly, so they've been great as well. And for us between games to be able to get some food in us and then go for, especially a lot of the men's teams had back-to-back games, so made it a lot easier for them.
I wasn't sure if she
as
said, can I have
well.
the other turn or can I have less? So when I just moved the broom, I was like, oh,
Rock
that is
Rochelle will
nice.
come to the button. The corner guard here for Allison and Team Ebby.
Yep, down 3, so we got to try and generate something. So
Line's pretty good.
some corner guard here and try and get underneath on the next one.
Line's good. Nice, good throw.
Nice corner guard there by Allison.
Tide's not the end of the world.
And Team Richards will go right back in.
Okay, line's a bit tighter. Little bit for line. Okay. Wait only. Whoa. Can you get it to curl?
They're carrying a little further than they thought.
So an update over on a sheet
Did she
4.
say something when she let that
Score
go?
2 for Sean Giel in the third end. They now trail by 1 over Team Montgomery.
Like, did she give her a little spin?
And finally, they update the score on sheet 2 over on sheet 5. Thank you, Cam. It's a
Didn't
score.
hit the third end though.
They're late in the third end.
Oh yeah.
It's a 2-2 game there between Team Wenzel and Team Matsumura. And over on sheet 2, other women's semifinal. Fourth end, but it's 2-1 for Brown. I don't see a third end score up there yet.
Really hard.
No, I don't see
All
one
the
either.
way. Yep. Good sweep.
Team Abby will only get the 1 here.
I don't mind tight now.
Put another one up. Protect that one on the button.
Yeah, very nice rock there, covering the pin. So guarded up. Steph Baer now, second for Team Richards.
Line's good. Okay, stay with it. Yeah, for line. Yes, line. Okay, whoa, where are you? Whoa.
It looks like it might overcurl a little here.
Sit, Ubu, sit. It's good stuff.
And we'll,
A
Pretty
little
good
deeper than they
considering.
wanted there too.
yep, so we'll leave a double, but you could also maybe just hit and roll off the one. You do have a corner, want to use it.
Yeah, I think you just go and try and move some rocks around. You definitely want to keep your shooter in play. Try and get it onto that guard.
Close. Whoa. Whoa. Randy. Hard, Randy.
So just making this one curl. And I'll hit, and
Is it gonna stay?
it should stay. It will, right on the
Yeah.
truck.
Not under the guard, but still stayed, which is good.
Still in the wings. No, it's a little unpredictable out there.
Like 9-5?
Yeah, I don't think we've seen any rocks down this outside here at all yet this game.
Clean. Clean.
I'm just going to clean this one.
Just clean. Oh, it's okay. It's totally fine. There's no need to, it's all good.
Right on there.
So another hit and roll opportunity here for Team Ebby. You could do either one. You could even draw, which he's pointing at Shauna.
Yeah.
I think I like the draw. Just have to be careful that that rock is still on the button. And right now we don't have a lot of room to draw there if they do happen to guard it again. So, but if you do, but since you are down by 3, drawing here would probably be a good idea.
Megan Dennis, they're going to play the hit and roll on this outside one.
Whoa. Randy.
No brush to it yet. Oh. Got
Team
Randy
Ebby,
on it.
yeah, Team Ebby seems to be wide on a lot of shots. Could be
Okay,
part
good.
release, could it just be
Good for you.
taking a little too much ice. So that one will hit on the
Like 10's
nose.
okay.
For Brett here, I think she's happy to keep hitting, right? You're up by 3, nice and clean.
Wayne Dieger now as we're on third stones.
I'll try and get a full shot for me too.
Clean. Yep.
It's a unicorn.
Clean. 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 Roll a bit. Yep. 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 Oh my God. Yeah.
Well, this one
Wow.
took off on them at the end,
That-
and they
okay.
will hit, and they
That's
will
monkey business.
roll in, but it will leave a nice
Good throw.
pocket there for Team Ebby to draw to. I think you just
They almost
We
want to
could just
freeze
do
right
that.
in there.
put
Or
it
we
one
could-
right in there. I think that's what you do here.
Yeah.
Crotch.
You even tap one back and roll on top of the other one.
Normal.
But I think we're getting to a point where it's
What
getting
turn
later.
you
You
want?
gotta make use of those rocks that are in
Okay.
the house.
She's playing the hit here. I personally like she's playing the double right in the middle. I like sit it in there, and that's a good chance. You know, you could see you do that. You might see Team Richards just plug it up, but
Hard all the
I
way.
almost just like quieter weight at it. You don't have to necessarily move them completely out of the house. Anything behind
Yep,
the tee line
stay
when
on
you are
it.
down in points is actually your friend, right? So
a little hit and roll on top.
me.
Not a bad result there.
No,
They are
pretty good.
a shot stone.
it did push the other one back, so if they do happen to use it for a freeze
10.
later on, it's there.
Nose is okay.
Blaine Dieger now her last year in the fourth end.
Yep. Yep. Really hard. Really, really hard.
You really got to gotta go. This is starting to really curl.
Okay.
Yeah, I can
Okay, I don't. Okay.
hear Brett say it's gonna over curl and jam.
Oh,
There's the break that Team Ebby wanted. Maybe that was her plan.
maybe.
After that hit.
Maybe. Saw it coming.
So a chance to go behind the corner guard here. Sit her 2.
Yep. There's putting the broom down for it.
Okay. Do you want to just go back to the way you're throwing?
Line's good.
Because it's like okay.
No line.
So
I'm just waiting for this one to curl.
Gotta
Sweepers
curl
have
a
backed off it.
Looks like it's got quite a bit of
Don't
weight
want to
on
be
it.
heavy. Well, this is a rocket.
Not catching any curl there.
Yeah, it's right through the house and break there from Team Richards.
there is a bit of movement in this spot.
So they can
It's-
just hit
sure
here.
Just sit right there.
Right on the nose where you want. Don't want to roll in and maybe make the roll behind the corner guard even easier for Team Ebby.
Tone it down a bit. Rein it in.
Yeah, you don't want to make that roll yourself
You've gone
either.
too
Put
far.
yourself behind the tee line. They try and freeze down to it.
Yep.
Might give them the opportunity they need to score there too.
Not too
Still have
far
a corner
though.
if we ever get to use it.
Nose is fine. I don't want to roll. Like I don't want her to come around that guard and be shot. Yeah, the rolls. We don't have to go crazy with the roll here. Yeah.
Spread just framing with their front end of what she wants to do, and it is just going to be a nose hit. Maybe a little roll away if you can.
It looked like she turned it. Maybe a smidge less. Yep.
Brett Richards, her first here in 4.
Clean. Just clean. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, 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 no.
It's a little wide and will roll out.
Opportunity here to get buried.
Yep, chance to go behind the corner guard.
I think. Yeah.
Important to be in the house above the tee
Fooled
line.
on yours a bit, maybe.
And if you're back tee, you're going to see Team Richards freeze to it and
That's okay.
maybe even hit it. And
Just a
force
draw.
to a single.
Okay. Like, is it the same as
We
earlier
have seen
today,
this path a
or
few
like
times,
more like
though,
yesterday?
so that'll be good. Sweepers just
Okay.
need to be thrown to it.
Okay.
I
Okay.
know that sweeping
Gotcha.
makes a huge difference with holding line, but also carrying the rocks. We've noticed that this ice has been fantastic with bringing rocks an extra like 4 feet, and definitely with Megan being on that strong side, I think they'll be able to carry it.
There's a draw around the corner guard here for Team Ebby.
Wait only right now.
It's a little bit wide.
Allison taking the rock now to make a curl.
Line's getting better.
They got to go a little bit for weight.
No, weight's great. Just
Okay,
close.
good speed,
a little
guys.
too much ice there.
Thanks.
Yeah, very nice weight.
It's a perfect weight if you get that buried, but it's wide open.
Wide open.
Outside. Okay, yeah, I thought maybe I just
It's a 10.
So just hit and stick here. Doesn't matter where you stick if you're Team Richards. If you can, you'd like to roll inside.
Yeah, I was like, if you can get the inside roll here, make it really difficult for Ebby to blank if they were to
do
choose
my
to blank.
standing jaw.
Hard pass.
Force them to their 1
That's my
again.
new strategy.
Okay, just a 10.
So last rock for Team Richards here in 4.
Clean.
She's
Clean. Clean. Clean.
hit's made.
Oh, nice.
I assume they'll go
Well,
for the
we can
blank
try
here and
for the
try
roll
again in the
out,
5th
right?
end.
Or do you think we should? No, we should try roll out. Normal. Yeah. Where you had it, you know.
Did it? Oh. Yeah, it's this is I despise that turn. So I was just happy to get it out of my hand properly and get blacked out.
Normal.
So blank
Roll out.
here, and Team Richards will have a 4-1 lead halfway through this game.
Breathe, Sad, breathe. Breathe. Sebastian.
He gets set in the hack. Just a blank here, hit and roll out.
No broom down on it yet. Oh, they're actually going to make it curl.
And again,
Oh,
Team
baby.
Ebby's wide on a shot, but are they going to get it? They will, but not
Not far
enough. And a steal of 1 for Team Richards here in 4. They'll take a 5-1 lead as we're halfway through this one. It's the women's semifinal of the Driving Force Abbotsford Cashspiel.
To the middle, 15 to the wing, it's 15 and a quarter, yeah.
Inside the Abbotsford Curling Club women's semi finally. Steal of 1 for Team Richards and 4 after a missed blank opportunity by Team Ebby. Team Ebby will have the hammer playing in number 5. Part of the BC Women's Curling Tour here in Abbotsford. Sponsored by Best Western, the official hotel of Curl BC. So Curl BC members can use this corporate ID code. Write this down. Sean, you write this down too.
All right, I
Save
will.
your team a lot of money. 0150-4820. Use that code when you book a room at a Best Western, and you can receive discounted rates up to 19%. You can do that online or by calling 1-800-WESTERN. I'd also like to thank Via Sport and the government of BC for supporting all events on the BC Curling Tours this season through hosting BC, and thanks to them for helping make this stream possible, and thank you for tuning in here on this Thanksgiving Sunday. Women's semifinal, Jordan Kiss with Shauna Jensen. Lots of curling going on this Thanksgiving long weekend here in Abbotsford. As well as in Maple Ridge, the second event of the BC Junior Tour is happening right now.
Yeah, line if you
We'll
can.
have the play at semifinals and
tight.
finals of the Junior Spiel and Golden Years for you tomorrow. And we'll have the men's final
and
later
off.
on today.
Good.
As the corner guard is thrown by Team Ebby, and Team Richards and Rochelle will just draw on top 12 here.
Her first rock sank a little bit too deep there, just falling a little bit behind the button, so could come into play later on. Maybe can always freeze for that, but we don't want to make that move too early.
Tighter line.
I want to try and utilize that corner guard that they've got there that they just threw up.
I'd like 5. Can we get top 8? Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Yeah, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Good. Someone want to come talk to me?
I will sit top of the 8 foot.
Control.
I mean, she actually looks tight on her 4. And I'm like, okay, we gotta go hard for line and then under curls.
She throws them really straight. She always throws them face down.
I just haven't
So it's
noticed
hit and
that
roll
yet.
here for Team Ebby.
But-
I noticed it in league, and I noticed it in Burn.
Okay.
I haven't noticed it this week.
No, but consistently today that 4 is under curling. So, okay.
Starting to get a little bit late in the game. I'm almost feel like drawing here might have been better, but
Right.
made that shot
She
pretty
made
good.
that perfectly.
So,
So what do you know, Shauna?
Apparently, what do I know?
Great shot there by Allison. Melodies looks like could be partially open here for Steph.
You like bumper? Or do you want to just peel it? Like peel this one out.
Actually pushed that other rock a little bit further behind the tee line, so pretty good.
So I'm gonna peel it out. Got to be careful because if you hit that the guard, you're gonna have to put it back. It's 5 rock rule. This is 5 rocks, so you can't take anything out in the free guards until after the 5th rock. It's going to be close, and it will hit it and take their own out, but everything will have to be put back here.
Oh, it's always so confusing when you hit something in the house.
Especially because you got 2 rocks to put back now.
Good. Back that way.
And she said she could see half, right?
Is that right?
That is not right.
She said she could
I
see
was
half.
gonna say,
I
I
can
don't
tell you.
think
I think the guard's going to go a little more
No, but it's
over
gotta go back
towards
way.
the boards.
How's that?
That's
Yeah.
pretty close.
Does that look
Yeah, that's
right?
pretty close.
better.
Close from our view, right behind sheet 3 is where we're set up here.
Got a decision to make here. I think you go
Do you like
underneath
that?
your guard again.
We got one more.
Yeah.
Yeah, or
You
behind.
could opt to split, but I think your corner's there. Try
Yeah.
and use it.
Use it. So we just sit on top of their own here, at the top of the 12.
And if it looks like it has a little bit more weight, you can always try and wrap it in around as well.
Wall line. Wait only. Okay, yeah, then. Got a curl.
Really working hard on this.
Got a curl. Switch, switch, switch.
Again, weight's fine here for Team Ebby, but they just seem, every shot seems that they're sweeping it to make it curl.
Good sweep.
I think they needed to switch just a little bit earlier.
You like
Using
here?
a double here, opportunity here.
I think maybe even start taking maybe a little less ice.
Yeah.
I think because it's been a thing that's been an issue with them the whole game. They missed a lot of shots wide. Can't get that curl that they need. And
Oh.
it's a double here for Steph.
Just gotta try and avoid the jam here.
Clean. Clean. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hard on 3.
Yep.
And avoid everything as the red will go out.
All clear.
Another chance to draw behind the corner guard here for Megan Daniels.
Now I don't know. Did she take a little less ice there?
Well, we'll wait and see. And I'm the one she's saying that she's not taking enough ice or taking too little ice. I'm not even paying attention where she's putting the broom.
Allie.
They do have the opposite sweeper sweeping for curl this
Hard
time,
alley.
though, so.
Yeah, again, this is a little wider.
Again,
Nice
I'll
sweep.
sweep it as far as they can and bury it, and we'll.
weight was pretty good there.
No, not bad weight.
Here.
Could have been off of it, I guess, and then they might have come up a little higher. They're just focusing on trying to make it curl.
Blaine Diager, just hit this one. It is wide open.
No, it's got to curl. It's got to curl.
I think with this one, you do kind of want to peel out. You don't necessarily want to leave this in behind anywhere for them to freeze too.
It's gonna go, hit it, but it'll go right by. And leaves that red one sitting there. I'd be tempted to go in around that corner again, Shauna.
I also would go around the corner again.
I mean, that rock is behind the tee line, so it's not a great spot for you right now. Put one in front.
This is her thirds first. Yeah, I think that, yeah, drawing under, especially being down 4, I think drawing under the corner guard.
If you split the rings, you're gonna have to be perfect the rest of the end to score your 2.
If she's hitting this one, you have to make sure you stay here.
Whoa. Okay, that's okay.
She will hit on the nose, but a double is available, or even just a hit and roll on top, which is probably better in this situation.
Yeah, I think so.
Blaine Diager. Last of her rocks here in 5.
Clean. Clean.
Just cleaning right now.
And it'll hit one, and it'll slide under the other red one.
They were already a little early out of her hand, I think. I think that might have just kind of backed it up a little bit, kept it straighter, and didn't quite have the opportunity to catch that curl.
So now Morgaine is going to go around the corner guard. Update over on sheet 2 in the other women's semifinal. Corinne Brown is up 4-1 after 4. They just finished 5. We'll wait till they put up a score to update you on that one. Over on sheet 4, Montgomery up 4-2 over Sean Gill. And sheet 5, the other men's semifinal. Team Wenzik has a 3-2 lead against Team Matsumara as they play the 5th end.
There's a lot of granite flying over on that sheet.
Sheet 4 and sheet 5.
Yeah.
You can hear a lot of noise coming from sheet 5 as this rock from Randy is heavy. So over on sheet 2, it was a score of 1 for Team Wark in the 5th. They now trail 4-2. As they begin the 6th end.
Yeah, it's pretty clean. Got 14-5.
Sarah Wark, the hometown team here, defending BC Women's Champions.
It's got little legs on it.
So for Team Richards here, play the come around behind the corner. Now, do you play, top 8 foot here, Sean, behind, or you just lock it on the red one there and freeze?
I like top 8, but at the same time,
Get it in the way somewhere.
being frozen on it makes it a lot more difficult for Ebby to get that out. So you'll most likely see her freeze on top of it as well. But with 4 rocks left in the end, you're going to see a lot of just maybe a line just kind of come up in behind that guard. So
Let's make some magic happen then.
So first of the skip rocks here in end number 5, Brett Richards. He's looking to play it to the red one there at the back to 12.
this has been a tough spot because I've seen some of them run and some other ones really curl. I'm not sure if that's just based on how people are throwing or if it's actually a spot in the ice.
It's super clean.
They've got Rochelle on this one to curl it.
So another one in this spot that's just not curling as much as I think it will.
Her weight was really nice.
Yep, great weight. So that kind of spot on the ice, just throwing the teams off guard a little bit. It is wide open, as you can see here.
Cross.
Gotta get a little bit of a roll on the inside there. She'll be
That's
buried too.
Definitely doable. Maybe hack weight.
Well,
You can even throw control at this if you want a control board.
Yeah, I like between
Yeah,
hack and
I'm
board.
fine
Just
with
make sure your
board.
rock stays in play. And it's easier for the sweepers to help manipulate the rock.
yeah.
As soon as you add more weight into it, it makes it a lot more difficult to utilize your sweepers.
So chance to hit and roll and sit two
gonna try
behind the corner
boardish.
guard. So as you heard Morgane say there, they're going to throw boardish.
Flop behind.
You almost have to
good.
just be there dead on your own or tighten up the ice because if you have to sweep for weight, it just curl is very sensitive in this spot. This is a very unforgiving outcome here for you.
Sweepers haven't touched it yet. Megan signaling it was a little heavy. It's pretty close here.
Trying to get it to curl.
Hit right on the nose.
Jams in the back. Not
And-
sure if that's in.
Might be in.
Got some slight movement. Good sweep.
So it looks like there is definitely a double here for Team Richards.
That's better. At least it moves a little.
Should go over top.
Might as well attempt it.
Yeah, I think she's just worried about right now maybe
Yeah, they called that.
possibly jamming this red in the 8-foot into the yellow one.
Yeah, it's true.
Rude.
Quarters-ish? Three quarters? You just throw
Can
it.
even,
Put
you
the
know,
broom right where we want to hit it.
hit it thin and drive the one on the 8-foot over top. And but you make this, if that back one is in, which I think it is, you're going to force Team Ebby to do a single point here.
It's really close with that back one, especially with our angle.
Should go over the top,
But I also think it's on.
I think it's in.
that's it's exactly what I said.
They're not taking a lot of ice here, so chances are she's throwing a lot of weight at this and just has to hit it right on the broom.
And it's side shown it's could be pretty straight here with the last few rocks. This is gonna be close. It won, and it will hit it. How far will it roll? It will.
Shooter rolls out. Actually need to let it curl a little bit more.
Just a draw.
Of course, these skips are mic'd up, so we
Yeah, it's exactly where you want it. And you
can't
should
really
be
control what they
involved.
say.
Pardon?
Oh, did she swear?
Yeah, of course, Shauna, you can't hear, but I think everybody else heard what Brett said
Exactly
there.
where we wanted to hit it. How can we hurt it by
It
swinging?
happens. It's curling.
Full 12.
We fell back.
That's the unfortunate thing about being mic'd up, is you can hear everything.
Yeah.
That's a draw for 2 for Team Ebby here.
Oh, jeez. That's a gimme.
And a chance to get back in this one. The last rock here in end number 5 just needs to hit the paint. And you have your deuce.
Yep, then you're only down 2, still got 3 ends left to play.
I added a bit.
Still in
I
it.
don't like ice that falls. It makes me uncomfortable. Like you just don't quite know what's going to happen there.
Looks really nice, just cleaning into the house here.
And a great draw there by Morgane. And it'll be a score 2 for Team Ebby. Here in the 5th end, they'll trail 5-3 going into 6 here in Abbotsford. It's the women's semifinal of the Driving Force Cashspiel.
Yeah.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.
Here in the Abbotsford Curling Club Women's Semifinal. Team
Line
Richards
spread.
with the hammer. Here in 6, up 2.
Nice, good job.
Center guard there from Allison.
Steph, what turn do you want to peel with?
Yeah, I got to put the pressure on now. We're down to the last couple ends of the game.
So interesting there by Brett Richards asking Steph for second what turn she wants to peel with. So they're going to draw to the wings here, so they want to put it on the opposite side so they can't jam. That's great communication.
Yeah, no, that's really good.
Planning ahead. So it's going to draw to the wings here for Rochelle.
You're running out of paint a little bit, but you're going to be okay. Nice. Good sweep,
And
girls.
we'll come to the tee line.
Nice weight.
Team maybe going to come around their center guard, top of the 4-foot. Kind of right between the G and the F, and driving force is a perfect spot.
I said for buck's sake. I just did it again. I'm assuming mine's off right now, but you never know.
Line's
Depending
good.
on how aggressive she wanted to be, she could also throw a second
Grill.
center guard a little bit closer.
Line's getting better. Okay.
That's pretty close.
This is it's
Just
got to stop
over
curling
curling a
right now,
little.
yeah.
Okay.
Close
Good
for
job.
weight, just over curled there.
And it is open.
I like here, if you clip the guard, that's okay.
So hit and roll to the wings again. $9,000 up for grabs here on the women's side in total in terms of prize money. Because it's
Yep.
$1,250 for the third and fourth place teams.
Hard. Clean. 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 Yep. Yes to roll. Yes to roll. Yep. Yep. Hard on yellow. Nice, Rochelle.
Great hit and roll there by Rochelle, and sitting 2 on the sides, and without the hammer, Team Ebby is going to have to deal with these 2 yellows.
Yeah. Control.
I liked the weight that they chose there for that hit and roll. It was nice and controlled, able to utilize your sweepers, and keeps your rock in play.
Megan Daniels now on the second rocks here in 6.
Whoa. Close. Yep. Yep. Hard. Really hard.
Stayed on sheet 5. Matsumura with
Yeah,
the score of
stay on
1
it.
and 5. He's tied with
Hard roll,
Daniel
Randy.
Wenzik. And on sheet number 4, Sean Gill with a 4-ender
I don't mind it.
in the in the 5th. He has a 6-5 lead over Team Montgomery.
Or do you want to rip it?
It's the hit and stick, and Team Richards just debating whether to hit the open one here or peel the guard.
I don't mind this. 10.
I almost would peel the guard in this case, just because you know that that's going to be the danger rock. You know, and that one that's in the 8-foot is open.
Clean. Yep. Yep.
And you'll probably see, Team
Yeah,
Ebby play
hard
the
for
yellow
nose,
one.
Hard for nose. Hard
Or
for
maybe
nose.
they throw up
hard
another
for
center.
nose. Hard.
He will hit, and they will roll slightly to the 4-foot.
Oh.
So
It looks the same, I think.
if you Team Ebby, just hit and roll, I say behind the guard here.
Yeah, there's a few of them that have down.
Do you like control or?
Bring the
Yeah.
weight down here, and she's signaling for the board.
Board? Okay.
Probably. I just was soon as we were by the guard, I was like, okay, clean, clean, clean.
Megan Daniels.
Oh, shucks.
Close.
It's deceiving over here. Like it is, if it curls a bit, it's okay, but.
Allie.
This one will hang out.
All right. Good throw.
Roll towards the 8-foot, and Team Richards a chance to just play the nose hit.
I was saying close.
Oh, okay.
I just like to keep you guys prepared in case it takes off.
Stuff there now.
Clean. Yep.
Just open hit here.
Yep. Clean. Clean. Yep.
Just cleaning.
Yep.
It's pretty close.
Yep. Little flop, Rochelle. Little flop, Rochelle. Yep. Good.
Now we'll flop over.
Nice roll on top of theirs there.
Right on top. Really difficult to get both those out.
I'd almost leave them and just try and
Just
draw.
go all in though.
Yeah.
That's the issue. If you draw, you're going all in here, and
Yeah.
without the hammer, it's a lot of risk involved.
It
Just
is, but you
control.
are down by 2 points in the 6th.
I think for
It's a tough
yeah,
decision.
for team
Well,
maybe
this
I think
one's not
you know
gonna go
you're looking to
anywhere
force
unless
to
we
one
hit this
here.
side.
Force to
If
one,
that's what
take
you're
your 2
thinking.
and 7, and then you're down 1 without coming home.
We can throw
And
normal.
then you just have to generate a steal. Possible.
Did you just score 100 points?
Especially with 5 rock rule.
Did you just score
Get your
100
rocks in the
points?
right position
Why are
really
you all of a
early
sudden
on. The other team can't really move
leading
them unless they
scoreboard?
start ticking.
Holy
And
cow.
then, in which case,
Nice work.
you just got to keep throwing up some centers.
Whoa. Megan.
Moosh outside.
And again, wide.
Okay.
But they will get 1. Start of the game so far for Team Ebby, they've just been wide on everything, especially on the hits.
Gonna go here?
I'm going to try to split the rings here.
Huh?
You could peel and maybe set up a blank.
Come.
So Ryan's going to come on and talk about this one.
Come one and all.
Whole team's going to discuss this.
Why?
This is kind of like more
Why aren't they coming to visit me? No
of
one's
like
coming
kind
to
of
visit
planning
me.
what you want to do later on
What
in
do
the
you
game,
think?
the next 2 ends. You score 2 here, you're most likely
So
to
we're
come
just
home
gonna
in
throw
the
the
8th
game
end
away
with
then?
hammer.
Like we're just gonna.
If you can force it to
I'm fine with it. I
7th.
just we need to make. Do we want to score 2?
Yeah, that's for sure. Like you do kind of want to score in 6. Give yourself that extra hammer.
You can peel, you blank, then you score. In 7, that means 1 less end for Team Ebby to get the points back.
That's true too.
So it's just about preference here.
We're gonna walk up and peel it.
Safe call here, because that guard Team Ebby can use if they want to get gutsy and draw behind on maybe Orgain's last, if it's available.
Yeah, play it safe, I think.
You're up with the hammer here, so no need to get risky.
Clean. Clean.
Just cleaning. Looks good.
You didn't want to come visit me?
I needed a little recess.
Like,
Now
why are you
wide
trying
open.
Yeah, right?
Just
Just
control.
hit and roll here. Control weight.
Whoa. Got a curl. Curl,
Again,
Megan.
trying to make it curl.
Wide again.
And they'll
Right,
flash.
that one. You'll probably see split of the house here by Richards.
Haven't been able to tell if Team Ebby's just popping all these out, but I think it's just room placement right now.
Just a hair up by
But again, I'm not paying attention to that either, so what do
Oh,
I
it's
know?
hard to tell from where we're sitting. We're not right behind them, so it's It's all a guess from here.
Line's good.
They're split the rings here for
Okay,
Blaine.
line's good.
Sweepers are on it.
It's running pretty straight still.
Just gotta hit the house.
Hard.
And it's
Hard.
gonna have to go hard. It
Little
hits
light.
some
You got
pain.
it, you
It's
got
gonna
it,
be
you got it, you got
close.
it. Go, go, go,
Steph and
go,
Michelle working hard. It will come
I
up
think it's
short,
run
and
out.
that's a rock that Team Ebby could use. They could draw behind it and be shot.
Control.
They're gonna attempt to take this one out again.
So on skips. Now you have to
I don't
stick
think
here.
This side was. I don't think
Yes.
this side ever
If you roll out, Team Ebby or Team Richard, excuse me, is going to draw around the corner guard.
I didn't get it to
Now,
my
do you
nose, but
play the nose here? Or do you try maybe with a little roll towards the 8-foot?
I think you try and roll, but at the same time, like I think you're getting yourself into trouble either way.
Oh, right.
You just need to minimize damage at this point.
Boom. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I didn't get time on it, so I'm not
First of the skip rocks here in the
I thought
6.
it was
Yep.
Just by looking
Hard.
on it. Oh, it's really curling crazy. I think this will go, but
Hard all the way.
It's a better sign they're on it for line now instead of making a curl. Will hit, and they will roll out.
So we'll probably see draw underneath the guard here.
Yeah, most likely. Can even try split it too.
It is close enough to the house that you might be able to.
point.
And if you happen to overcurl and tap
Well,
it
we're gonna
straight
just
back.
pull it out. If I go deep, then we're in. I guess,
Brett's
yeah.
maybe discussing maybe just peeling it as well, and you have a blank.
I don't mind here.
But I like the draw. Go for your 2 right now.
Mm-hmm.
The opportunity's there. The women's semifinal of the Driving Forest Abbotsford Cashspiel. Jordan Kiss and Shauna Jensen with you.
Yeah. Must have been soft.
There's a steal 1 for Sarah Wark in end number 6. So Corinne Brown holds a 4-3 lead as they play 7.
Okay. Let's get a piece buried. Chop house. What's all that business?
Key here is not to be deep.
If you're
'Cause Morgane's just gonna come right around and sit right on top of it. And then you'll be forced to your 1. So not quite where she wants. So just try and be about just anywhere above T. You don't have to be fully buried, though it would be nice.
Whoa! Whoa!
A lot of room here.
It's heavy as well.
Just behind.
Back 8 foot, so a chance.
Yeah, we could.
You could freeze. You could hit here.
Yeah, it is wide
try.
open. There's a could probably get to the inside of it and roll under.
If you can freeze, you can force
Freeze
the
really
single.
That's what they're gonna do here.
That's not really what I was after.
So we're on down to the last of the skip stones here in end number 6.
Do you guys like the freeze?
What you think you mean? Yeah. Probably, yeah. That's too bad.
And they were, we haven't, yeah, they weren't really sure. I was like, they said 9.
Try and be as close to nose as you can, but just slightly off just to make sure you're still shut.
So last shot for Team Empy here in end number 6.
Line's good. Brown.
Oh my.
a bit.
Sweeping
To it,
for
though.
weight early just to keep it going, but now they've
Whatever,
switched. Trying to
cooked
get
it. It's
the
gonna be
line.
close. It's
Far as
looking
you can,
really
guys.
nice. Gotta get it close to the cannon.
Okay. Good sweep.
It will be shot rock.
Nice
The
shot.
just biting the floor, but it looks like there was a shot for Brett here to
Solid.
score two.
Try and save it. Yeah. If we don't, we don't.
Yep.
Yep, she's got room on either turn,
Good here.
whichever she feels more comfortable with. The intern is a little tighter though, so some might opt to go the other turn, but it looks like they are going to stick with their intern.
Just a 10. Be nice to save it, but we don't have to get cute.
I think just the turn they know right now. I think mostly for Team Richards here, it's just to get rid of this red one.
Mine too.
They'd be happy taking one here.
I think so.
Score in 6, be up 3. Try and force to 1 in 7. We got 2 coming home with.
Last rock here in end number 6. Shot for 2 against 1 right now.
Clean. Whoa. Clean. Yep. Yep.
I'll get the one. It'll be a score of 2 for Team Richards here. In 6, they'll have a 4-point lead going into end number 7 here, the women's semifinal.
Yeah.
The Driving Force Curling Classic.
Good end.
Figured I couldn't go too far wrong. Okay. Hey, thanks.
Yeah, line if you can. Line's tight, yep. Really curling. Just over and off.
Back inside the Abbotsford Curling Club, it's the Driving Force Cashspiel. Part of the women's curling tier presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance and Curl BC. No, that's not right either. Is it? I'm messing up now. Well, it is brought to you by Curl
No,
BC.
that's
It's part of
right.
the BC Curling Tour. Curl BC helps put on this event.
You meant Best Western.
Yes, Best Western,
Yeah,
the
there you
official
go.
hotel of Curl BC. That's what I meant to say.
It's okay. It's been a long day for you already.
Game number 2 of 3. We'll have the men's final at 5 o'clock.
Hey, line's nice.
Score of 1 for Team Montgomery in 6. They're now tied with Team Giel as they play 7.
Oh no.
Team Wenzik right now in the 6th end. They're tied with Matsamara.
Not looking great over there for them right now. though.
Matsamara has a line of reds
In the 4 foot.
in the 4 foot. 3 of them are in the 4 foot. But they're tied right now as they play 6. And still Corinne Brand up 4-3 over Team Work as they're in the 7th. So last of the lead stones here in 7. So maybe needs at least 2 here.
Line's okay.
Those are Rochelle's came a little deep on hers.
Try curl it.
2 behind the
Okay.
line. These are fantastic. As Debbie can always use them later. Is this one gonna stop?
Alice will go to the back of the house and no, won't sit in, but still, you know, usable rock. You can still freeze to it.
Want to try one more?
Team Richards can't peel yet.
Like we could blast these out.
So Team Richards just debating what to do here. You do have 2 rocks behind the tee. No, you could go top 8. I think they're gonna play in front of it here.
And you could also rip your back ones too if you really don't like them there.
I feel like if you rip your back ones, you allow Team Ebby to play around the corner guard.
That's true, yeah.
So you don't want them to do that. So keep play towards the middle.
Make them.
Yeah, you know, they're gonna, if you make this, they're gonna have to get rid of three yellows. Steph Bear now.
Line's good. Line's fine. Over curling. Over curling. Over curling. Full top 4. Full top 4. That's fine.
Will come to rest the top of the 4-foot.
That's a nice shot.
You could hit and roll. You can freeze in there. You can freeze on the top one. Maybe freeze on the one that's on the button as well.
You could also just play like a back 4 type of weight on that one that was just thrown by Steph. Move it behind the tee line. Make it really difficult for Richards to remove it.
Yeah, and create a wall as well. Wall and pocket.
That ice though looks like she's trying to hit and roll behind her corner.
I think that's the call here.
Close. Yep. Hard. Really hard.
This is really curling on them.
Hard for peace.
Oh, hard for a piece. That's not a good sign you
That
want to hear.
just
And
took off. Sorry,
might have
guys.
picked something up there.
Not sure what happened.
I will slide on by everything, and Brett will walk up to ask Steph for a peel.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, God. Did I move that? Sorry. Did anybody? No, we're good? Okay, super. Like no one's paying attention. Awesome.
2.
So as a over on sheet 5, a steal of 2 for
I think it
Matsumura.
jams.
He'll now take a 5-3 lead over Dan Wenzik.
That was one heck of a shot though by Dan to even cut him down to 2. Had to grab a piece of the button. He only could see maybe half or a third of it. So he was able to touch it down, drawing against 4 that he was there.
Control.
So really good shot.
3 of those rocks were in the 4-foot. So
What else is
Team
there?
Abby not kind of decide what to do here. I like freezing to the one on the back of the 4, the back button area.
Okay.
Even if,
Just
like you
off
said, Shauna,
nose.
just play a tap right now. You don't have to throw weight at any of these.
No, yeah, I like just like back 4. Just kind of push it to the back. Richardson has to try and deal with it. Right now, if you're hitting these, you're potentially rolling out.
Queen.
Or like Megan's on her first there, unfortunately we
Close.
overcurled. So
Whoa. Randy.
Got to keep your rocks in play if you want
Hard,
to score.
Randy. Good.
So she will hit. She will roll on top.
That behaved more normally.
Still room here to hit it on the
Just peel it out.
left-hand side and get
I
it
guess
out
we
and
could've
still
just, like,
stay in the
tapped
top
it back.
forfeit.
And for Team Richards, Brett's just saying just peel
I
it.
think, right?
Safe call here.
Make it go away.
You don't want to get too cute with those back ones.
Oh, clean. Yep. Whoa. Yep. 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 Catch it.
See right at us?
Well, hey, no, get the back one too. But I think now is where you freeze for Team Ebby. Gotta make sure you score one here. Give yourself a little better chance. Two is better.
Yeah, the only way you're going to do that is by freezing.
We're on to third rocks here, Randy Ludwire. Just freeze right on top there on the button.
Line's good. Yep. Yeah, line hard. Hard line.
It's a little tight. They might over curl if they get it there.
Hard, guys. Stay on it.
Sweeping it for weight as well.
Good sweep.
And will counter the top of the 8-foot.
Well, it's something. Forces them to have to, or Richards to have to deal with it.
I'm kind of hoping for a jam right now for Team Ebby, maybe even a flash.
Yep. Clean. Clean. Yep.
On and off.
Clean. Clean. Good.
Shot.
Sweep it right out here. Don't give anything,
No,
Team
that's
Ebby
okay.
anything else to use.
I should not be in your way. Nope.
Attempt that. Freeze again. Just a little bit more weight.
Oh my God. Does this feel good? Does it feel good?
So another draw here for Randy. Just put it on the button.
Line's good. Room.
Did you say one?
Line's getting better.
So this
Yep,
is looking really
stay
nice
on
here.
it.
They can get there for weight.
I got 16. I think.
She's going to come up a little light again.
Good sweep, guys.
Line was good.
Yeah, it was looking really nice. If you had the weight, it would have been perfect.
Another peel out here probably.
Yeah, that's call us make it go away and roll out. Now to skip rocks here in 7. Women's semifinal. Driving Force Abbotsford Cashspiel.
That's what I'm banking on anyway.
Dornicus here with you with Shauna Jensen alongside me.
So it must be close.
Yep, just cleaning it, and peel is made by Brett.
Okay. Same. I think same ice is good. Yeah.
Once again, need to try and freeze right down onto that yellow.
He likes it a lot.
Freeze. Is it slowing down a bit, or she just threw light? Okay. Just checking.
So Morgan is checking with the front end to see what the weight is. So Megan telling her the ice is still the same.
Yeah.
So lock it on these yellow ones here.
Yeah, line. Whoa.
Looking pretty good here.
Yeah, line looks
That's
really
great.
nice.
It looks a little
Yep.
heavy. Oh, you're going to lose it a bit. It's going to be close. And a nice shot there by
Still pretty
Morgan.
good.
Nice job, guys. Good sweep.
A little harder now for Team Richards.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. They have to pick that clean.
I'll take that. Thanks.
Over on sheet 2 in the women's semi, Corinne Brown with a deuce in 7 now holds a 6-3 lead over Sarah Wark. As they finish, come out or just start the final end.
What now? It might be. Not right now, but at some point it might be. Okay, if we bounce it off one of ours, it's fine. Hard on anything that's moving.
So just get the red one out of here for Team Richards.
A little more weight than her first one. So.
Yep. That's good.
Yep, they're on it. Must be close.
That's cleaning it. It's going to be
Nice
pretty good
and
here.
thin
And
here.
they'll
Without
hit it
even
out.
touching any of the other ones. Oh, no, it
No,
took
they
the other
touched one.
They did touch one. I blame it away.
Let's just throw
Still
the
pretty
same
good,
thing,
though.
I think.
Yep,
Too
still a
bad.
draw against one.
Draw,
Or
obviously.
draw, it's 2 for Team Ebby here as it's
See, really need to save
the
one.
last
one.
rock.
Okay. I'll take it.
Needs 4 foot. Needs to score.
I think
That's
we gotta
for sure.
take our one, right? Okay.
Then you gotta go really hard for your steal.
Yep, stealing 3 is not an easy thing to do, especially in the last end.
That's possible.
That's can be done before. That's what the 5 rock rules kind of encouraged.
Perfect.
I think we saw it a little earlier this week that there was a team that stole 3. I don't remember who's playing, but it's definitely available if you get all your rocks in the right
Line's
position.
good.
So we gotta get it there. We gotta get it there. It's light right now. Randy coming up to help.
Gotta be touching.
That's gonna be
Forward,
close. It's gonna be close. Can they get it there? Can they get it there?
that's all
They
right.
will. A great sweep by everybody.
Oh, I'm glad I have you guys.
They'll draw the top of the 4 foot. And it'll be a 3-point lead for Team Richards coming home with the hammer in the 8th end. Women's semifinal. Final end action coming up.
Okay. Well, yeah, you let me know if you like it. No, I don't mind the throw. I just feel like I haven't got the room in the right spot for you. That'll do. Jesus.
Yeah, line.
Don't swear again.
Line's okay.
Oh my lord.
Yeah,
You get
line. Hard
fined.
line. Okay. Yeah, just let it die.
Final end here in the women's semifinal of the driving force Cashspiel here in Abbotsford, BC. Team Richards with the
Feel like
hammer
me
up
out?
3. Jordan Kiss and Shauna Jensen with
The
you.
in looks better.
Over on sheet 4, a steal of 1 for Team Montgomery in 7. They now hold a
Bumper.
7-6 lead over Sean Giel as they start the 8th end. Sean Giel will have the hammer.
Sean made a nice shot there on his last. Montgomery was sitting 3, came down just skinny to guard, and was able to hit out 2 rocks that were buried in there, and was able, and then sit second shot to just cut it down to a steal of 1.
Close.
So tick shot here for Team
Whoa.
Richards and Rochelle.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Really close.
Yep.
They're on and off.
Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Yep.
And nice tick there.
Nice.
Okay.
Almost put it on. Would have been available to hit it had they done that.
That's another center guard here for Team Ebby. Allison Bourne filling in for this team. So spare front end. Both Allison and Megan filling in for Team Ebby here. Done a good job this weekend. They'll get themselves quite a payday as well,
Line's good.
no matter where they will finish.
Good throws.
Kind of on the center line there.
What do you like? You want it again?
I'm going to play another tick here, I think.
No,
I don't mind
that's
a
what
little
they
more
did.
weight.
They're kind of
Yeah.
debating.
Brett's going to ask Rochelle here for a little more weight.
Pushed into the house.
No. Steph. It's got a curl. It's got a curl. Yep. More. 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 Whoa. Whoa. Really good.
She'll hit and
Shot.
Steph.
Schroeder will roll out. So one of the Red Rocks is in, which now Team Richards will be able to hit. There's
Halfway.
another center guard here for Team Ebby. On to the second Rocks.
Yeah, I just got to keep kind of throwing up guards here. I'm going to probably need to go on Randy's.
Line's good. Halfway's good. Weight only. Line's good. Just here.
Nice center guard.
Good throw.
It is, but double peel is available here for Steph and Team Richards.
Looks like she may be trying to get it across the top, but they might be a little tight for that.
It's there, I think, you know. Brett's saying half a rock, maybe a little less. As long as you get the top one off here.
Yeah, the second one doesn't have to necessarily go completely out of play, but you do want to push it away from the center.
That's okay.
Looks pretty close.
So she'll just get the one.
Ooh.
Go right through the hole.
Wow.
Everybody's surprised on that one.
Yeah.
So update on sheet 5. Dan Wenzik just drew for his 1, so they are coming home down 1 without hammer. It is 5-4 for Matsumura.
Line's good.
center guard here.
Gotta go hard to get this over, I think.
Need to get it over. Randy Allison working hard.
A little more.
More game coming out, and it will get over the hog line.
It's not going to get
High
here. Good
center.
sweep.
It does the job.
Okay. Yep.
So another peel here.
Clean.
This cleaning looks pretty good here.
Well clean.
A lot of granite flying on sheet.
Do you think
Uh,
one
four
more?
there.
Seems every time we look over, they're like throwing a run back or something.
Yeah.
One more center guard here for Team Ebby, as we're now on to third. Rocks here in 8. Still sitting the 1 right now.
Yeah, I gotta throw at least one more center, I think, here.
Line's good. Room right now.
Ideally, you love to have Team Richards, facing 3. Well, yeah, I guess you have to have
You have
Team
to.
Richards facing 3 on their last. 4 would be great if you can.
Yeah, you've got this one here, center guard. You'll see
Nice.
Rebecca will
Good
probably
judge.
call for, again,
Yeah.
a peel.
And that rock there on the far right, splittable.
We'll probably want to go in soon, though. Like, latest will be Morgane's first. But if you want to put some pressure on, you could always attempt to throw Randy's in and hope to sit 4.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
I'm just hoping for a miss right
to
now
it.
for Team Ebby.
Clean. 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 Little bit.
Another made peel there.
I mean, we could have tried a double. I don't really see the point. Nice throw, Steph.
So it looks like Morgane's going to ask Randy to come in here.
I'm going to try and put it underneath the one that they have in the top that is biting top 12. I think if you do attempt to split that one, you probably do it on
Line's
Morgane's
good.
last.
Room.
But it will leave you open for them to just hit.
Whoa. Got a curl. Bring it back. Try bury it.
Yes,
Yep.
It's not going to curl, but they're going to create as much separation as they can here.
Nice weight.
And we'll come to the top of the 4-foot wide open. I feel if you're Team Richards here, Shauna, I like
that one?
Hitting the top one first, try to clear it off. But again, there's still nothing wrong with this call. Just hit the open one.
Yeah,
No,
I
like
think so.
mine. I know.
You just got to be careful, I guess, with
Make it go away.
if you don't hit the top one,
No. No.
quite right. Right, might just
Yeah,
jam and
it's,
stay there, and then they guard.
Clean.
But again, just eliminate rocks at this point.
And we do have a final over on sheet 2. Corinne Brown has defeated Sarah Wark. And Team Brown will play in the final.
Okay.
The winner of this team or this game.
Yes. Finals will be at 5 o'clock. We'll have the men's final for you here on Curly BC's YouTube page. Jordan Kiss and Shauna Jensen with you. It's the women's semifinal, the driving force Abbots for Cashspiel.
What have you done? What have you
Part
done
of the
with your
BC
outing?
Curling Tour presented by
What do you-
Bel Air
like
Direct
what?
Insurance
Fix
and
it?
Best Western.
Oh, you figured it out? Yeah. Good for you. I don't want to know.
Okay, I don't either.
I just keep doing it.
Same thing.
Morgane Abbey now draw behind.
What have you done? What have you done?
Gotta make both of these count.
And needs both her rocks to count.
Still good? Okay. I was just about to ask. Room. a curl.
What kind of broadcast? Oh, sorry.
Finish.
Her
May as
weight
well
is
try.
really good.
Okay.
Again, just
good
no
job,
line
guys.
there, just wide once more.
Just need less ice. Or whatever.
So hit this one for Team Richards. You would love to stick. If you stick, Team Abby doesn't have a shot.
That's right.
But
yeah.
if you roll out, you can still split and sit 3.
And then Brett will have to throw her last rock.
So you need to stick here, and I think that will do it.
Okay. You know it. Yep.
So first rock for Brett Richards here in 8 with the hammer up 3.
With this ice, it looks like she
It was
just
colorful.
wants to peel it out.
Oh, look at me go. Oh, wow. Okay.
If she rolls out, do you think we could split that in? I know, but if she rolls out, can we split
So
that
she's
in?
throwing some weight at this, so I think she's just getting rid of it.
I mean, she's probably
She does have it.
theoretically.
I don't know if she considered just hitting the stick in there.
Well, we better try it.
I don't think that ever came across their minds of that.
I think that they're just being careful. If Morgane does have to make this
Yeah.
shot, but even if she does,
What
she will
weight
have
do I need
a
to throw?
straight hit at
Yeah.
any one of those rocks. So she probably wasn't too worried.
So you gotta make this one for Team Abby and hope
not
for a
hit.
miss on Brett's last to
Because it has
force
to
an extra
roll
end.
that way, right? Back 12? Okay.
I don't really see any other shot that Morgane can play here to be sitting 3. So I guess
Yeah,
they're just trying to
try
figure out
that.
which direction they want to come.
I think so, yeah. Tricky spot to put the broom here.
It almost might be easier to go inside out.
Okay, let's try it.
But they're opting to go outside in by the look of it.
I think you want to come this way. I think the best way is to come this way at it. Hit it on the inside.
We gotta
Roll
try.
in and then
Or
put that
thinking
over
like
there.
half,
Yeah.
I think that's
cross
definitely the
face.
easier way to do it.
Yeah.
Because that way you're
It's
gonna get more
tricky,
action
but-
off your shooter.
That's for sure. It's just like they're
Yeah.
putting the broom a lot further out than they've been, so it's just it is a total
It's
guess.
a super tricky spot out here.
Pretty out there. Do you
So-
think it'll be heavy out here? Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So that's
Okay.
rock for Morgane Ebby here.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah, I can
all
hear. They're not 100% sure what's going to do out here. It's all about the speed. I haven't been this wide at all game.
No, I don't think it is.
So
Like maybe one hit.
not even this wide.
It's true. It's like probably like
Yellow!
mid 12. They had the broom out. Oh, this is already curling.
It's okay.
And it's going to go right on by. And Team Richards will win this one. They will play Corinne Brown in the final. Team Abby with a semi-final loss here as Team Richards' final score 7-4. We'll now go over to sheet 4.
The weight was
Team Montgomery
No, I know.
versus
I
Team
know.
Giel.
Yeah.
This game has
God's
been
all my
super
stuff.
interesting. I've been watching it out of the corner of my eye. They just made a really nice shot there on
Thanks, good game. Good luck.
on their first rock, the Reds first, to get that fully buried underneath that center guard, the double center guard. So Sean's just gonna probably attempt to follow it down by the look of it.
I believe so.
Is this our bag here? No?
So,
We're just going to dump them in.
No, that's not our bag.
Okay.
Sean Giel is Yellow Rocks down one with. It's his first stone here. So
Still got some room.
yeah, trying to go around it here.
Oh, it's really close.
Oh, a great shot.
Good weight.
Down in the back four. That's a perfect shot by Sean Giel. And
Don't think it could have cut that much closer.
No, for Team Montgomery and Chris Bear, just sit on top of it. No, he's sitting on top and be a difficult shot for Sean to get his one here and force an extra.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he will have a shot if they can get this frozen.
Even if they come top 4, he's going to have a draw through the hole on the left there to side of the button.
That's true.
I couldn't see this one. And the I don't know curling as well as, you know, my sister does. And, but these two are tall. Oh, so then I knew. Yeah, that's what happens. Yeah, when, and with the watch back. Yeah, sure, I know where rock and roll I
Last shot for Chris Bear here in the 8th end. Up 1 without the hammer. Sweeper's kind of backed off a little bit here. A little wide, needs to move for him right now.
Oh, this is so close.
Oh, this is looking really nice
Oh,
here. Oh,
very
that's a great
nice.
shot.
We have a final on sheet 5 as well. Dan's last rock just a little bit over curled. So Matsumura wins 5-4 and will take on the winner of sheet 4.
And that'll be our feature matchup. So a long angle double here for Sean Giel.
Oh, this is going to be interesting. But we have seen a lot of granite fly, so
Yeah.
why not in the last shot, right?
Sean's done this many times before.
You're going to have to make contact with the top red one and
Well,
then the second
yeah.
red one. 'Cause
You're most likely going to get 1 out of this. Could get 2 if you hit it absolutely perfect.
But 1 here forces the extra, so that
Yeah.
would be really good for them. But
So,
this is not an easy shot.
No. Needs to make it.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
This is close.
All right, now Nick Meister sweeping now. It's going to be
Darn it.
close. Get the 1. It'll be
Oh, just.
over Creel. Then Team Montgomery will pick up the win, and they'll play Team Matsumura in the final. And we'll have that for you at 5 o'clock. Could be earlier. We'll see what they do here. They might start a little early, so keep a tab here on Curl BC's YouTube page. We'll have the finals for you. Well, that's it for the semifinals here in Abbotsford. From Shauna Jensen, thank you for joining me this afternoon.
Oh, thank you for having me. It was fun.
I'm Jordan Kiss here. We'll talk to you again very shortly. Men's final coming up very soon here on Curl BC TV.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight. You gotta see this. Look. 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 Look.
Shh. I'm saving money.
Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Bel Air Direct.